So I have five rules to avoiding a gunfight. I learned these. I came up with them literally by experience. It wasn't something that I just sat in my bedroom and thought sounds good. Sounds operator. I hate that word. You guys have no idea how much I hate that word in the gun community. But anyway, 5 rules to avoiding a gunfight. Number 1, see if I can remember this by heart. Number 1 is defensive profiling. And I've posted these before, but I never went in depth on each step, or rule, should I say. And so, defensive profiling, what is that? Defensive profiling is what most officers get accused of doing. They call them racial profiling. Most officers aren't actually racial profiling. They're loser profiling. They're defensive profiling, and that's the word that I call it, defensive profiling. I do it. I do it every single day. I'm doing it now. As soon as I walk out of my house, I'm doing it. And it doesn't matter the race. It does matter what the person looks like. It does matter the way the person carries themselves. It does matter what they're wearing. It does matter where their hands are located. Everything matters. So, you've been on this planet long enough, and you have to decide for yourself what is something you need to be on high alert about and what you don't. If you're not sure, be on high alert. You can't lose being on high alert. The negative to high alert is just high alert. That's it. There's what negative comes from that? Nothing. Not in my eyes. Rule number 2. So, if defensive profiling, the next step is place yourself in the most ready position without escalating the situation. What that means is, let's say there's 3 guys in front of me, and I don't know, let's say I'm at a bus stop, and there's 3 guys at the bus stop, and I overhear them talking, and I hear them saying, we should rob that mother effer. We should rob that son of a blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I hear them saying it, and then I'm looking at their body language, and their body language is showing I'm defensive profiling, and it looks like they actually want to rob me or hurt me. But I'm not positive. I'm not going to take my gun out and point it at them. That's not happening. Not at that point. If they walked up to me and said, we robbing you, that's different. But if I overhear them talking, you know what, we should rob him or something like, or let's just say they didn't even hear him say it, but their body language, I'm defensive profiling, and their body language is saying they want to do me something. Well, I don't want to just reach under my shirt and lift up my shirt and show him my gun like I'm some kind of badass, like, yeah, I got a gun, now what? No, that's corny. What I'm gonna do is get myself in the most ready position I can without escalating the situation. So that might be me just gripping my shirt. You're standing up, if you're standing, of course, and you grab your shirt's hanging down. I'll grab the side of my shirt because I'm gonna pull up and grab that gun. if I need to. Reaching down and grabbing my shirt usually does not look like I'm doing something. And it won't cause them a reaction. I don't want to do something that's going to cause them to react. You understand? So I'm going to get myself in the most ready position without escalating the situation. And there, you might be the situation where you just can't. Like, all you can do is just be normal. And if it goes further than you reach, that happens. But there's also situations where I've been in my car. I've got a video on a time where I was in my car and a guy was getting ready. He's about to rob me. He's walking to me, kneeled over. I'm defensive profiling. He looks like he's trying to do me something. And he puts his hand in his hoodie and he's pulling his arm out. He's pulling something out. I see something black on the back of his hand. I am pulling my gun, but he doesn't know it. But I racked it at that. He heard it racked. He didn't see the gun, but he heard it rack and it stopped him. It didn't escalate the situation. It actually stopped it. It actually de-escalated the situation, okay? So I don't really want to explain that much more. You know, something you want to think about yourself, maybe something you've been through, but just go over it in your head. You know, put yourself in the most ready position to protect yourself without escalating the situation. And every situation is different. And then the next one was take control of the situation, which is, you know, once you've gotten ready, blah, 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 now it's time to take control. And that can mean 100,000 things. And then after you take control, the last thing is to de-escalate the situation by words, whatever it be. And number five, C, is actually number 1, but it goes through all 5. Always look for a way out. Always look for a way out. That can go at number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And that's probably the biggest one. Always look for a way out. Whammy out.